Hello, and thank you for joining us on MuscleModelCars.com. This is AJ's telling you hello, and I'm finally finished with the Green Hornet and the Batmobile. Okay, you got the Black Beauty, which is right here, and then you got the Batmobile, of course, right here. Childhood memories again. Going down memory lane as usual. And I just wanted to show you the completion of the cars. This Batmobile was a snap tight, not much to it. Just a quick snap tight vehicle. Um, I painted it and glued it on my own, but you could actually do this Batmobile without any glue. Now, Kato came out of the vehicle, so I can't give you any ideas about what it would look like with it on, but I had it off the top of it. I think I'll take it off and show it to you real quick when I'm done. But anyway, you got the Batmobile came with Robin and Batman. Okay, it came with the figures, and then the glue and everything is, of course, you buy. But I had to paint the glass, you know, for it, and I did some interior glue. You see the silver in there on the dashboard and on the rear. I did that. Did those, the parachutes, the rear exhaust tail pipe where the flames shot out. This here was real simple. A 10-year-old could do it. As you can see, I didn't push this all the way down. I was going to pull it off, but I'm not. Um, I'm just keeping it there for you so you can see. Nothing much to this. You could snap this together with a younger person with no glue at all and let them learn how to do a vehicle. Okay? And then this body will fit all the way down to this portion. So I'm going to take the screws off and push it down some, but I just screwed it in so I could show it to you guys. The antenna, of course, I painted all of that. The rocket launchers out the top right here. Okay. That snaps in. This up here, you see these circles up here, that's the early form of GPS. Really didn't say much, but you do get stickers. It said, north, east, south, west, and that was your early GPS in the 60s. All this, the bats and all of that on the wheels and on the body itself came already done, so nothing with that. Uh, the underneath, I'm going to eventually get to, when I got time, I'll just do this, make it look more realistic. I just wanted you to see that it comes this way, and you can, take your time and detail it as you want. Okay. Um, Anything else about this? The white right up here, the lights, these are all connected as one. This will be painted yellow as your turn, your front turn signals. There's no engine, no type of put together of an engine under here or anything. A 10-year plus 10 plus for this. Okay. For the Black Beauty, which is the car here for the Green Hornet. You have rocket launchers on the front. This one here you did have to put together with glue, with non-flammable I use, which is in a blue tube, and non-toxic. Okay, and you see the gas. This is a green gas emitter. If you ever watched the series, the green lights would flip white to white regular Chrysler Imperial 1965 /66 Chrysler Imperial. This this here gas gun would flip out if needed, emit green gas for the bad guys. The rocket launchers would could be shot. So they had two of these vehicles, one for the stunts with real pyrotechnics, uh, because of course they wanted to get it as realistic as possible. So they had a chance to do it. Now this figures came all black. I had to paint them, the characters. This of course is Kato, and we got the Green Hornet on the inside in the back seat being chauffeured by Kato, who was Bruce Lee, of course. Once this is over, I'm going to take this here, actually while we're here, and show you that, show you where he sat and what he did, and show you the Green Hornet. This here is a satellite back in the 60s. This is the early form of satellite dish that would get up and track. It would pop, they'd hit a button, it would fly up, and then it would send signals back to the Black Beauty, to the Green Hornet on the inside. And he in the back seat doing his thing, tracking the bad guy, and getting ready to take care of business. During the day, he was a businessman of a newspaper, a publishing company. And he would, at night, moonlight as the Green Hornet, him and Kato, okay? Kato was a chauffeur, of course, during the day. And also, chauffeur during the day, Kato at night, crime fighting team, like a Batman and Robin. Only I think I liked Green Hornet better because it was more of a realistic type of thing for me. And this again does use glue, although it doesn't have any parts. I already took the liberty of painting everything. It came totally black, but I separated all the parts as far as color scheme, color coding, so you could kind of separate each individual component. Okay. And then the rear also had rocket launchers back here on both sides, and then it had a machine gun. You can see it right there on the angle. So it was an arsenal, a rolling arsenal, and it was a very pretty vehicle. Then it had a track remover, which was nothing more than a broom. That cracks me up to this day. That this was their form of keeping somebody from tracking you. Is sweeping your tire marks after you're gone. It just sweep it on up. That's crazy. But they made it work, and they had to make two cars, so it would be one with operational equipment for all these real pyrotechnics, and then they had one for just the scenes of driving. Okay, so this is the Black Beauty. Okay, and that's what it looked like. And that was from the show Green Hornet. And what was cool when there's one episode, a couple maybe, where they both, Green Hornet and Batman, had to fight crime together. So they first didn't like each other in the series because they thought each one was the bad guy. And it ended up that they had to work together to catch the real criminals. And if I can remember it, it might have been the Riddler, or it could have been the Joker. Those were the two popular. The Riddler, well, they had three main ones. It was the Riddler, the Joker, and the Joker was Cesar Romero. The Joker was, no, that was Cesar Romero. The Joker, I can't remember. Anyway, the Joker, Batman, King Tut was another criminal, and then the other was the Riddler, And if I watch old movies all the time, and I tell you, all of those guys were really young actors back in these movies in the 50s and 60s, and they all got their start on shows like series like the Batman. So, but the Batman started a lot of careers too for those guys moving on to movies like King Tut. I seen him in I think a James Bond back in the late '70s when James Bond was popular, and the Riddler, Gorgon, I think his name was. So I don't want to bore you, but it was all those guys I noticed from the Batman series. All of those guys became movie stars and major actors from that series, I do believe. Okay, and they became real popular in the '70s, late '70s. From the early '70s to the late '70s, they became really popular actors in Hollywood, and I think it was all because of these these shows like Kato. Nobody knew about Bruce Lee. All they knew is uh, he was Kato. But once he did that, what came after that? Enter the Dragon, the Chinese Connection. Um, let's see, into Return of the Dragon, Fists of Fury, and when we were younger, you would have seen any kid on any block trying to be Kato or trying to be Bruce Lee after his first movie, which was, I believe, the Chinese Connection. So, without further ado, thank y'all for coming in. I wanted to show you what we did with it. This one uses glue. This one is a snap tight if you want to get somebody started with it. But they're beautiful vehicles, heavy. I think this one, this Futura concept car was at about 5,500 pounds, and I know that this Black Beauty was a '65 Chrysler Imperial. I think this was a 6,000 pounds, 3 tons. That's a heavy car. Okay, so they had to put V8s in these and turbocharge them and all that to get those scenes. So they wasn't joking back then. But this was also the heyday of muscle cars, also. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you thank you for joining us. And this is a finished look, snap tight, and regular cement glue for plastics. The blue tube, which is non-toxic. Okay, not the red one. The red is toxic. And the name brand, you'll know it. Just read it at your local hobby store or whatever. Okay. So as you can see, I'm gonna pull this one off so you can see the Green Hornet. Bear with me, and then I'm gonna let you go. I think I'm gonna let you see it. This thing is so bulky. To get it out, it could be here a while. There we go. Okay. This is the interior for the Black Beauty. As you can see, the Green Hornet sitting right there chilling. Okay, waiting on Kato to get back in the car. And here's Kato right here, his chauffeur. Okay, and he had an instrument board right there. He could operate everything in that vehicle from there. He had a screen right there. He had a satellite tracker right here on the other side of him. So he could run everything from that back seat. And Cato could also operate everything from the front seat also. Um, Looking at this, try to tilt it a little bit where you can see it. You see the Green Hornet, you see the screen, oscilloscope, all of that. Okay. And I painted the interior green and black, try to keep it true. Cato, he's up there with these are stickers that you get with the model for the wood grain look, because it is a luxury car. It's a Lincoln, Chrysler Imperial. Okay, so without anything else to say about this, we'll call it complete. And just remember that this one does need glue, has a lot of parts, but not so many that it's frustrating, like that 32 Chrysler Imperial that I did, the gangster Chrysler Imperial. But it does have a lot of parts as well. But it went together pretty quick. Okay, I was able to do this, and I say I spent a total of about 8 hours on it. Again, this vehicle shot rockets from the front. The green lights flipped down to white during the day. You had a gas gun. You had rocket launchers on the front. You had a machine gun in the back. You had a satellite tracker up here. And then you had rocket launchers in the back. And a plate that flipped up and down. License plates for one during the day when the Green Hornet was, I think his name was Rex, William, but his name was William something. But anyway, that's it. And the paint, I painted it black, glossy, and I left the top flat black, matte. Okay, very cool car. Okay, and that's it. And the next vehicle we're going to look to do will be this guy right here. Jungle Jim, right here. I'm gonna get into the funny cars for a minute. I want to play with that and see what I can get going. And I got a few that I remember putting together younger, so I'm gonna get some of these done for you. So that'll be my next vehicle, and we're gonna get into some funny cars. Okay? All right. Thank you. The Jungle Jim. All right. Okay. We'll see you next time on MuscleModelCars.com. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.